Good evening, everyone. Today, joining us in our talk is Miss Ujjwal Chahal, and she will be speaking on how you can prepare for getting into top universities and business analytics as your career. Miss Ujjwal has done her post graduation in business analytics from Imperial College London, which is ranked 8th in the world. So now, Miss Chahal, it will be very great if you can start with telling us your journey.
Thanks, Ayush. It is my immense pleasure to have today. Thanks for having me on board, and a very good evening to all the audience listening to me. I would like to thank one and all to give your time and for this talk. I would like to mention the journey of everyone is different, but still, if one have to follow a path, you have to build to that. And the very important thing, if you want to know about just landing into the top 10, it's all about your mindset and the skill set that you have, and focus on the practical implementation of everything. It's not just like cramming the books and landed into the top 10 universities. Because if you do so, then after coming here, you might think that it's not worth coming. So it's better to focus what you have already done and do what you are doing right now in a full-fledged manner, that you really mean it. What you are doing, you should mean it really. And coming to me, I started my journey as a computer science engineer. I am a PTU gold medalist from Chandigarh Engineering College. And after that, I landed into the five multinational companies. I got multiple offers. Then I joined Dell International Services in Hyderabad for a very small time. And I realized somewhat, like somewhere in my mind, it was going on. I have to do a master's from abroad, and that was too not very technical, to be very frank with you. I wanted to do something, a blend of business analytics, data science, and that's how, searching throughout my like work experience in Dell and after that in Acme, I found a very relevant course like MSc in business analytics that was in Imperial. Now I would like to mention like why I choose this particular university and what happened basically. So if you have any specific questions that you can put me forward with, it will be really great.
So that's a very great journey that you have. So now let's start with your undergraduate. Okay. So you were the topper at your college when you
Yes.
did your undergraduate. So how were you able to maintain the grades and were able to cope with the stress and everything that your student faces during their studies?
Yes, so very fantastic question, and thanks for the question. So, the thing what happened was like I come from a family of educationists, right? Both my parents are in education. So, it is somewhere in the blood, what you can say, dedication and hard work. And top of it, when it is for education, there is no compromise. Whether you are coming from a very rural background or you are coming from a top notch university, if you have dedication, you can do anything in the world. And education is the only weapon which we can use to change this world, to change the society, and for women empowerment, right? And like, it's when you are talking about stress, like every one of us have some moments when you really feel stressful. That happened with me even after scoring a very high grade in my undergrad. During the placement, sometimes I didn't get or didn't get few of the interviews which I feel that I must got through, but I didn't in few of the renowned companies. So at that time I feel stressful, but there were some key factors that I always keep in mind and that were always with me throughout my journey. Though by looking at me right now, you will say like I'm looking so chubby that I don't do yoga, but the very first thing I would like to mention here is yoga and meditation. These two things keep me going throughout my journey, and I would recommend any student, in whichever sense you feel like you feel really relaxed by doing those activities, do that. Whether it will be a music, dancing, listening, sports, whatever you like, what the hell it is, doesn't matter. It is not like I am doing yoga so you should also do yoga. You might be having something else that will keep you very calm and relaxed. Just go and do it for half an hour and you will feel so calm. That's the only thing what I did. And secondly, I always keep myself, like, I'm not against all these things, like clubbing, going with friends, doing outdoors always, or all these things. These, like, it depends on the personality. I'm not that kind of personality, maybe, but these are good. Some people enjoy them, but I don't. So I like staying calm, doing yoga, meditation, and doing something productive. Sometimes I feel a sense of like confidence when I do something for the society. Just like, I wish to give you an example. During my undergrad, what I did is, actually, I wish to do a little bit of throwback. In eighth standard, I used to play boxing, and I came like third in the district, and then at the state level, I was nominated. But due to some reasons and family reasons, my parents said, "You're so good into studies. Why you want to go towards sports and stuff?" At that point of time, something came in my mind that why people stop girls to go into sports, and that was somewhere in my mind till the graduation. So during my graduation, what I did was, I raised some funds for the rural background and the girls who want to study and pursue their dreams. So I conducted a camp of around, that was around 5,000 girls were there, and we raised some funding, and we helped the girls who want to pursue their education, to pay their fees, to pay their daily expensive living cost and stuff. And that way, I feel a sense of confidence, and that keeps me going. Now, coming to the grade points, right? How I scored that much. It's all nothing I have done. No one is so like exceptional. Each one of us are same, equivalent. That's what I think. It's all about focus. If you listen whatever is going in the lecture hall, or you attend the classes regularly, there is nothing that can stop you. I have not done anything like overnight studies or like 24-hour studies for my graduation and school. No, I just study just like normal kids do it. Though maybe few of us have a more grasping power. Maybe some of us catch the things very easy, and few of us take a little bit more time. That's up to us. But still, I would like to mention, I used to study as normal kid used to study. It's all about just a kind of focus. Like whatever you're doing at one point, you are totally dedicated to that. Don't do like you are studying as well as you are listening music. You're studying and your focus is on somewhere on the Netflix. That will not and lend you anywhere. So the point is, it's all about hard work, dedication, and on top of it, if you have all these things, then things always work in favor of you, right? People will come and support you, and you will really get something which you deserve. I hope I answered
Yeah,
your
that's
question.
great. Uh, yeah, sure. Like it will help us like many students will surely help them, and that's really what you're doing. Like that's very, and actually when such things you get a lot of blessings actually, and that helps to succeed in your life. So that's amazing. So I'd also ask our viewers if you have any questions, then you can just put in the live chat. Okay, we will take it at like we will take your questions later. So now I
Yeah.
would like to let's move towards the agenda of today's talk. That is how you prepared for the getting admission in one of the best colleges in the world, and
Yeah.
also about the scholarship that you were able to get to like complete your education. Are really very great.
Yes, yes. So, the main thing that I wish to mention before starting on this particular topic is that just focus on what you want to achieve in the life. Don't follow me, don't follow anyone. Be your own follower. And because each one of us is unique, I would like to mention it again and again. Don't run behind like if someone has done that, I have also to do that. It's not like that, right? You have your own journey, someone might have his own journey. So if you are asking me to get into the top 10 universities, I have already mentioned that my score was really decent. I was doing academically more than enough, and it was well. While I was doing my services in the IT in Dell and Acme, I was preparing for GRE. On top of it, civil services is it back in my mind since my graduation, right? So whenever I got time during the weekends or traveling in the bus, in the metro, or maybe while sitting in home or chatting with my father, I used to read newspapers, right? the Hindu, Wire, Mint, all these, like, which will help you to be a social aware citizen, right? There was nothing like I have to crack UPSC at that point of time or something, but I was preparing in that sense. So that really helped me, and that really helped me to gain a good and decent score in GRE, right? After that, while coming to applying to these universities, I was basically focused on Canadian universities, and I applied to British Columbia, Toronto, and so many universities over there. But it was just like 2 days before the deadline of all those universities. And on top of it, the course that I was applying there was Masters in Computer Science, that was more technical, right? Just applying 2 days before doesn't make much sense, right? So I didn't hear anything back from them. Then I thought London can be a great opportunity. It will save 1 year as well. I just want to mention here the students who are listening us right now. In London, if you are going for a master's or MSc, it's 1 year degree. So, but in Canada and US, there are some university which will offer you with 1 year, but most of them are 2 years. So if you want to save your 1 year and you want to gain some more exposure, then it's better to come to UK. So the thing is, when I applied, I was searching for something related to business, finance. As I already told you, I was not into more coding stuff, right? Then I
Correct.
literally one day I just wrote on the Google, just simple, like any course in business analytics, top courses in business analytics. And the very first two links that came on my page was like first MIT and the second is Imperial College. It was not the ranking of universities, it was the ranking of courses. So when I looked into the deadlines, MIT has already been passed. And then I thought of Imperial, just 3 or 4 days were left for the deadline. And randomly I applied. So, to what was the journey of applying? I would like to mention here you should have a good, decent grades. Secondly, a good GRE score. And third, your SOP and LORs makes a lot of difference. SOP is statement of purpose, where you have to mention like what is your purpose to get into this particular course, why you want to do it, why you want to go for the particular university, why is this particular country. So all these things must be listed in your statement of purpose. Then three LORs, that is letter of recommendations, that will come from your university or maybe the workplace where you have worked just like me. So I got all my three references from my university. One was from my head of the department, and then two words from my professor. I'm really thankful to all of them to coordinate with me and help me at that point of time. They even are in touch with me right now, and my alma mater is so supportive. I would really like to thank all and everyone in Chandigarh Engineering College to be so supportive throughout my career journey, and they are still in touch. So it's all about how you cope up with people, how you interact with them. And to be very specific for SOP, I would like to mention you have to write it in such a way that why are you the candidate? They should choose you. Why they should choose you? What is the specific thing in you that they will go for you? Like you have to just search throughout it, like which course you want to do, just like I have done in business analytics. Why business analytics? Because I have already a degree in computer science and I have a keen interest in analytics, data, stats. Data is a new currency these days. Everyone is looking behind data. And what is data? Here, there might be students from first year or second year. So I would like to mention them. Data is anything. It's like just we two people are discussing on. This is a verbal data that can be converted into a PDF, and then someone might be doing analysis on that. Like this girl has used this word how many times? And it's all about analysis will be based on the question, like what we want to ask from the data. Someone can use this particular talk to analyze like what they want to convey. These two people, what are they discussing? So if they want to ask this question, they will search for all the words that we have used in our conversation, and they will come up with the statistics. They will come up with a bar graph, and on based on that, they will decide like what we are discussing. So it's all about data analytics. And then back to the SOP and LOR thing, that should be the key factor, and 90% chances of going into such a renowned university will depend on your profile, overall profile. It's not like being a topper of any university will land you here. It's like someone might be having a decent score, 60, 70%, and then what his or her score of GRE may be exceptional, right? Then he might have chances to get into it. It's not always about just toppers will land somewhere or someone who is having a good referencing system. No, you might be a national champion of wrestling. You might be a boxer, right? Which will keep you apart from others. How you are different from others. That's what they are looking for. Do you have the zeal? Do you have the capacity to do something unique? That's what I want to mention. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, sure, sure. That's a great answer. Like in between, while giving your answer, you mentioned that you look towards finding the best course. So
Yeah.
I see that there are many people who move towards and to find like best university. So can you just explain a bit about the difference between the best university and the best course that is being offered?
Yes, exactly. That's a great question, and this is really interesting point because someone who is searching for a university, it's not like I'm against any university or I'll have my different opinion. Maybe someone might have a different opinion, but the key factor what plays role here is what you want to do in life. If you want to end up just doing the courses here and there and nothing in the end, that's not worth, right? You, if suppose you are right now in a bachelor's degree, you are doing a second year or third year, whatever, then you should
Yeah,
know
second
that
year.
these things interest me really, and I wish to do coding. If suppose you are a coder, right? You want to do Python, you want to do C++, and all these things, then search for the courses that are offering these skill set and enhancing these particular skill sets, right? And there might be a girl same studying in the same university in the same year, and she might not be interested in coding at all. Maybe she is in your class, right? And she is more into management, she is more into speaking, she is more into strategies, she is more into communicating. So she should look about something which is helping her to gain knowledge more in the skill set that she already have, and she can enhance them. And now while looking for the universities, most of us, what we do is we normally search Harvard, MIT, Stanford, like big firms, like top notch, right? But it's not true. If you want to do what I want to mention here in London is, if you want to do a course related to law, criminal justice, or maybe something related to art, I would preferably suggest you, either you will be having an offer from Cambridge, Harvard, or somewhere, but you should go for Oxford because they really have good professors. Like, search for the background. What is the research going on in that area? In which university is it going, right? It's not only about grabbing the tag of the university, it's about grabbing the core knowledge and the research area what we will look for. So if you are art law things, then go for Oxford. If you are searching for suppose the same course, MSc Business Analytics, I might be going to SAT Business School in Oxford. I might be going to it up. It's same. Like if you can make into Imperial, you can make into these as well. But what I was thinking is, if I'm going for science and technology related things, I should choose Imperial because I looked into the research, the background, what is going on there, how many tie-ups they have, how many collaborations they have, what are they teaching, are the interest matching with me, whatever they are doing, are they really link up with my kind of research, or is it suitable for me? Am I gonna be study with the people who are having a diverse background? To mention one more thing, I want to mention, I was like 85 nationalities in a single classroom. I was the youngest, right? Everyone was having 6 to 7 years of experience. They were super duper professional people, but somehow they have running a classroom, right? And that's what I want to mention again and again. It's all about the focus and dedication. Anyone can do anything in life, right? So if you are focused that I want to go for machine learning, I want to go for Python, just do research of that particular area in which university, what is the ranking, who are the professors, which particular topics are being taught, what type of students who are already there, which type of faculty are already there, which type of professors are mentoring the students who are already there, right? I hope I answered you.
Yeah, sure, sure. That's a great answer. And it means that difference, people need to know the difference between that getting a tag and that getting the actual knowledge, actual course. That's actually people really need to know. So
Yeah. So,
can you also
like,
tell us?
tag.
Uh,
Yeah. Yes,
Hello.
go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Yes,
think
yes,
can you
tell
also
me.
tell us like how you were able to get the scholarship for your studies?
Yes, 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 yes. So,
Yeah, that would
getting
be
offer
great
from
for many people
Imperial
here.
was a getting offer from Imperial was a dream come true, as everyone will aspire, or maybe like. But after that, the second criteria, I must say, it was the first criteria, not the second one, right? So I was looking for funding. I didn't want to put a burden on my parents to sponsor me throughout my year, and we are just like two siblings, so it is not possible for anyone, an average family in India who can sponsor both of their children to study in London. It was always kind of hustle for them because of inflation in India and whatever is going on in the economy. So I was looking, I was searching that, okay, this is the first ranked course in MIT and second in the Imperial. Now, what about the scholarship? Suppose if I'll land up with an offer, till then I didn't get any offer. But if I land up, I had done my application. What will happen next? How I'll gonna pay my fees? So there were two or three normally what we can criteria people look for. Normal students, what we do is we look for education loan sometimes, and few of us who are very smart in searching and stuff, we might look for scholarship. So what I did is I was in the second range. I tried looking for the scholarship. When I looked for the MSc Business Analytics, there were total three scholarships. That was the social impact, second was the technological innovation, and the third was a Commonwealth Scholarship. So I applied for all the three. Now, what's the next question is what's the process for application? The process for application is you should have an application ready. Suppose you have already applied to this university, and you already have an offer letter in your hand. That's really great because when shortlisting the candidates, this is the like what's the ranking, like the core ranking where you will gonna study, and then there is the secondary ranking where you will gonna study in the university. So when do you do this? So I already had this when I got this letter. I already applied for these three scholarships. The third was social impact and technological innovation. I don't know why I did that. Maybe you have to get this Commonwealth one, and they were just 50% or 60%. The Commonwealth was the full scholarship. So I write in social impact what I have done till now for the women empowerment, what I was liking to the students, what I was like giving to the students, whatever humanity things I have done till now. I mentioned all of them. And for the social impact, I already wrote all these things. And for technological innovation, I'd like to mention that I have done some projects which are related to the impact, how I created an impact in my country that can help our citizens to make their life easy. So all thing I have mentioned, but those application didn't get through because it's not always like life always does not work how you wish. Sometimes things happen according to someone else, and that was always good for you that you realize after some time, right? So I got this Commonwealth and I applied. So again, I have had three LORs for this application, and that again from the same things where you took awards from the for the application of ICL, just like taking awards from the same professors. So what happened in my case was like two of my professors were moved from India to Canada. So I tried to reach them again. They were not in India at that point of time. I tried emailing them and on phone, but they were so helpful that they replied to me and they sent my references through emails and stuff. So it was like the referencing really works. Who is referring you? If your professor is referring you, if your professor is referring you, then it is really good. And those thing is you should have an offer letter already in hand. That is the first thing. Second thing is you should have an application ready.
Excuse me, Miss
That's how
Ujjwal.
they
I
work.
think there is some connection problem. Is there? The voice is breaking actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me right now?
Yes, yes, I can hear you again.
Yeah, so it's all about like letter of referencing again, and that's how you'll end up. Then I got I got my Commonwealth Scholarship just I got my Commonwealth Scholarship just I came to London on 22nd of August, and then my course started on 29th of August. So it was like a dream come true when I got this scholarship. Question, can you hear me? Is there any network issue? Sorry.
Uh, I think there is some a bit network issue is there. Okay, can you please look?
It's fine from my side.
Actually, the voice is breaking. Okay,
Okay.
I think we can resume. Okay, uh,
Can you
can
talk
you
to
hear
me?
me?
Yes,
Am I
yes,
audible
I
to
can
you?
hear you.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. So I think right now
exactly.
the connection is actually I think it's good right now. So we shall continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I landed my Commonwealth scholarship, and
I think we are getting the problem again.
no, it's fine. For me, it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, sure, sure. We can continue. We can continue that. So
Yes.
okay, so now let's discuss like where are the like you have completed your course in business analytics. So where all can we use business analytics in daily life? Can you give some examples of that?
Business analytics is kind of a brand data, if you're talking about London specifically, London is known for business finance. Here, if you're talking about US, we should talk about machine learning, IT, and others. So it's not restricted to one domain. You can apply it in retail, you can apply it in sales, you can apply it in workforce analytics. Just like I wish to mention here my thesis, what I have done. What I did is I took a data from a company where I worked earlier and I did the workforce analytics for them. That was my thesis topic. I tried to reduce the employee attrition rate, right? So it's about what question you want to ask from the data. One of my friend has done it on the Twitter chats, Twitter's tweets, like people tweet, and she has done the analysis, like what they want to mention. As I was earlier telling you, someone can do the analysis on our chat, what we are discussing right now, right? So either you want to
Yes.
go to financial, there are some roles, quantitative analyst and business analyst in financial firms like JP Morgan or Big Four, ZY, PwC, and all those. If you want to go towards IT things, then you can you can work as a business analyst in IT, in Google, Facebook, Microsoft, and all these firms. Even starting from a very small startup and reaching out to the big firms, it's everywhere. It's same. It's all about you, what you want to ask from the data, and how you want to utilize your skill set. And to be in this course, you should be very, very good in Python and machine learning. That's what I want to mention. If you're targeting Imperial and this particular course, you should be very, very clear on Python and this machine learning skills. That will help you a lot.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for means explaining like where all can we use it. So now let's look
Pleasure.
upon the questions by viewers. So
Okay.
here we have Mr. Apu Dwivedi. He's a question that do we have a scholarship for MBA or PhD? I mean India also. I think that's an
Yes, there
important
might be.
question.
Yes, yes, there
Uh,
might be so many. You just have to do the Google search. Just put your everything in it. I spent my 6 months to do all this research to get my GRE done, to get my PT and IELTS score done. It takes time. Everyone has to do it, right? If you search it, if you just write what are the scholarships in India for MBA and this, it will come up. There are so many, like there are so many organizations that are sponsoring students to help them in their education in India, and there are so many scholarships which are university based. Like they have some criteria. If you have that much level of grades in your undergrad, then you can apply for it. But I think and for MBA, IIMs and other renowned universities, you must look into their particular portal. Every university have it. Like there are some chancellor scholarships, president scholarship, or you might be having some fundings from some charity NGO organizations who have tie up with
uh,
these universities. So it's always there.
I think that one second. I think that there's also some scholarship available given by the alumnus of the college. Also, they are also providing some scholarship to the students, right?
Yes, right. There are some, but I have not done any research on that, to be very frank with you. I don't want to convey any false
Okay,
information here. Yeah,
okay, sure.
yeah.
Okay. So actually, that's
Any
an
other
important
question?
question because right now in our country also means I ask my friends who are doing MBA, like they used to tell me
Yeah.
that it's you need a lot of money to complete that course. Actually,
Yes, but listen. We
quickly.
always, our mentality is sometimes we always think about problems. That was also my case. No one is like a very, what we can say, a star of the world. We always think about the problems before starting the work, right? If you have that skill, that if you're good enough, your GRE or GMAT score is well, no one can stop you to grab a place in such a renowned institution. And after graduating from them, it's all about you. If you have that skill set, you can cover your education finances in a year. And no, even in IIMs, I know few people who are landed over there and they are on the full education loan. So our country is providing this loan system. Though I would say education loan is much better in London as compared to India. We normally pay their interest rate of 8% or something. Whether here in London, it's like 0%. You need not to pay any interest. Your installments will start once you grab a full-time opportunity anywhere in your particular field. Then it will automatically start, and you have to reimburse it. So I don't think so. Always finances is an issue. Sometimes it happens due to financial problem. You might not land up where you want to be. It happened in my case also. After the secondary education, I wanted to do something else, but due to the financial crisis, I ended up doing in engineering. I wanted to do medical science, right? I wanted to be a doctor, but that will not hamper. Like sometimes you do things and they even work out, and it's life. Everyone has to face the struggle. Life is all about struggle. That's what I want to mention. But do research, do a calculated, take a calculated risk, and do research. You will find some way out. It's not in anyone's hand. Everyone has to apply and have to put their hard work in that. If you are exceptional, you will get.
Okay, okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
I can read
Because
one
generally
question. So
means they don't actually do the search research. That's actually very important.
I would like to address one question. I'm reading the chat. Someone, Satya Shrikant, has mentioned that some of my friends have told that they don't need any exams for London. Listen, brother, the thing is like if you are just targeting average universities, right? Just very average universities that don't need IELTS or something, that's a different point of story. But if you want to do something really exceptional and really good to be worked, then you have to write all the exams. That's a criteria. Even in MSc Business Analytics, there was a criteria of IELTS. In all the modules, you have to score 70 plus listening, reading, writing, and speaking for this particular course. On top of it, I had GRE also. That is a edge for me. So it's up to you. If you want to just come to London, that's what you think. You just have to go to abroad. Then you can come in any university. They will not ask for this IELTS and stuff. But here we are focusing on the students who have some dreams, who are just focusing on a particular area and they want to achieve something big. Then you have to crack all those exams. I hope you understood it.
Yeah, sure. That answer must have satisfied Mr. Satya. So
Yeah.
let's look into another question. We have from Mr.
Yes.
Sai. So
Okay.
he's saying that network is essential, and so he's asking that what are the main skills required for business analytics, and like how can we learn those skills? Like earlier you mentioned, like Python, it's required. Those are things are required. So
Yes.
like similarly, any other skill
Okay. So
that
he
you'd
is
like
asking
to
for the
mention?
certifications and stuff. Okay, I got his question. So I would like to
Okay,
mention,
sure.
Sai, if you have, can I may know, like in which field you are in Accenture? What is your profile? Okay, let him answer this. I will come to this question till then. So the thing is, you need some exposure before that will help you, right? And if you are talking about which certifications you have to do, it's not about certifications. They will not look into the certifications and give you an admission. It's all about your zeal, how you put yourself in that SOP, because they have never interacted with you. They don't know you. What is the mediator between you and university? Is your statement of purpose, right? If you write it well and you really seems to be someone who is worth giving admission, they will give you, right? It's not only about certification. The skills that I have mentioned here, that R and Python you should be fluent with, that I wish to tell you if you want to be the top notch student in the class. And that things will help you if you already know these things. If you know how to do data analysis using R and Python, that will make you so comfortable in this course, right? Though I was not aware of this, so I struggled in this. That's why I want to convey this message. It's not about they need some particular certification from particular platform. No, it's not like that.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Ms. Ujjwal. And I think that answer must have like he must that Mr. Sai must have got the answer he wanted from you.
Yeah.
And I think we didn't get any more like the question you asked. We didn't get any more reply from him right now. So
Yeah,
okay.
no worries. I think let's end
Okay.
this
Yeah.
if you don't have any other questions.
I think we don't have any other questions. So uh, there is some question like what are
Can you hear
scholarships
me?
for business analytics? So I think that we can just do a simple Google search and we can get that. Okay, right?
Yeah.
And there are lots of scholarships available for that, and we can do a Google search. That will be more than enough to like know what are the scholarship available for the business analytics course.
Questions that you can easily get. Yeah.
And yeah, like another question is there from
Yeah.
Mr. Satya only that can we get full scholarship? So I means I would like to tell you all that ma'am was the first person in Imperial College to get 100% a scholarship. So yeah, you can
Yes,
get the full scholarship. You just prepare for it.
is a school that someone got this Commonwealth Scholarship, right? There are people who
Yeah.
got full scholarship. It's not like they didn't get, but that was through the companies. Like sometimes they give you scholarships
Okay.
through work in companies, then sponsors you, right? But from Imperial, getting the full scholarship was the first time, and even they were not aware that such thing happened or such scholarship exists. And I got it. But when they told me that within a week of the what you can say award, and everyone was a topper. Everyone was having exceptional skills. So 1300 applications for 85 seats, right? There were 85 seats in the classroom. So it was like they choose, they might have something exceptional in us, or maybe they have something that is hard to get into, but never lose hope. Never lose hope. Never lose faith in yourself. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are doing, in the end point, willingness,
I think we are getting some connection issue.
and just think what you want to achieve, and you will end up doing that. If your intentions are good, no one can stop you. Hard work and dedication, that's the key factor.
Okay, so yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, hard work is actually necessary everywhere. So yeah, that's great. So like now we are not getting any more questions.
Yeah.
So okay then, I think we should be like closing the talk now.
Thanks for having me. Thanks everyone. Thanks for your
Okay.
time. It was great interacting with you guys. I hope someone will get inspiration from me and end up with doing something better than me. So best of luck to all of you guys. May I see you being the CEO of different companies. May you come up with flying colors. Thanks. Thank you. Namaste.
Okay. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us. It was a great session. Hope you all got a lot of knowledge and what you wanted from ma'am. So that's it for today, and we will be coming up with various other topics every week. Okay, so let's do subscribe and follow us. That will be great, and see you guys.